Before you call them friend, gotta prove them first. Is there really loyalty when you're at your worst? We need to hit her all like the wire. You're looking for some truth, I'll supply it. If you want it too soft, this ain't them. You gon' choose a law over sin. It's just some uncut gems. It's just some uncut gems.
We was diamonds in the dirt, just grinding in the turf. Our mama go berserk, trying to keep from riding in the hearse. Now we lions in the work, sons of Zion, we the church. Different color fringes is looking vibrant on my shirt. Until I'm lying in the dirt. I pray to be a fire hydrant with this word, like a geyser on the curb.
How do you feel about the rape, rob, and murder of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, Indian Americans?
I think it's fucked up.
Why?
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 Which part of the question?
The rape, rob, and the murder done in America.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible.
Why? Why is it horrible?
Why? Because it's people who deserve to be treated better.
What's your ethnic background?
I'm part of the Indian.
And then part what?
American.
American, so pretty much European and then part Indian?
I guess, man. I've never met
Can I take a guess? Let's take a guess. The Indian part of your family is on your mother's side. Yeah, I knew it. How'd I know it? Now here's the thing, you're a man, right? You carry seed. If we, on an agricultural level, whatever you plant into the ground, whatever seed you plant into the ground, what's going to spring up? Whatever that seed is, right? So you are what your father is, understanding that, right? So when we ask you that question, and you say it's all types of messed up, and you say because people should be treated better, what do you think should happen for those people, or for the wrong that was done to those people, and the wrong that's continued to be done to those people? What do you think should be done?
To the person who's done it?
Absolutely. And to their descendants.
I think to a certain extent there's an eye for an eye.
To a certain extent? To what extent? Because I'm trying to walk with you out here, right? I'm Taz. What's your name? Byron. So Byron, we live in America, right? We want this place to be great, right? We want this place to actually harmonize and grow and work together, right? Blacks and whites coinciding together harmoniously. Only way we can do that, we have to get to a certain understanding. So when I ask you these questions, I actually want to get to a better place, right? Because you're probably a generation above me, and if I can get an understanding with you and then maybe reach out to my own generation, we'll have a better outcome, right? So, to a certain extent, an eye for an eye, where does the extent stop eye for an eye? For you, Byron. You got that? Hold it.
I mean, if you're asking if I believe in the death penalty, yes, I do.
Do you believe in the death penalty for the crimes that were committed on the indigenous and those that were transported as slaves over here?
I mean, if we could go back in time, absolutely, yeah.
So what about those that are beneficiaries of death?
Okay.
I'm asking, what about the beneficiaries? So if the father could not pay for it, what about the beneficiaries? Byron, this is what I always ask people, right? Wouldn't that be the greatest scheme in the world? Create such a genocide and such a mass destructive, degrading thing. No, what I'm saying is, wouldn't that be such a master's plan to do all of this wrong and all of this wickedness, and then just go create a system where you could just live harmonious, die out, pass it down to your kids, and then they get to perpetuate this idea that nobody can touch them for it? Give me Numbers 35:33. Are you a God-fearing man, Byron?
I mean, I believe in a God. I don't know if it's everybody's God, but I believe that,
What about yours? Does yours believe in justice? Your God. Does your God believe in eye for an eye?
I don't know.
I got you. Let me tell you about my God real quick. Bring it out. Numbers 35:33.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land.
Go ahead.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
You feel like the land wherein is polluted? Somewhat, right? Let's see how the land gets polluted. Read.
For blood it defileth the land.
You feel like this land is polluted by blood? Has to be, because we were just talking about all of the things that your ancestors did to mine, right? And if we could go back in time, then it would be eye for an eye. But we can't deny the fact. This land is polluted. Not just polluted, but it's polluted by blood. Read.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
And we cannot cleanse this land of the blood that's shed therein, but by what?
But by the blood of him that shed it.
Now, like you said, going back in time, we'd have to try to find that man to be able to shed his blood in terms of an eye for an eye. But is those men, women, and children that were a part of this mass genocide and degradation, is their blood still here in 2022? Absolutely. How? Through their, through their descendants. So we can't cleanse the land of the blood that shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You understand eye for an eye. You know why, Byron? Because if it was you, and if the roles were reversed, and I was the descendant of somebody that raped, robbed, and murdered your ancestors and have continuously benefited and have continuously thrived off of the work of their ancestry, you know you wouldn't be okay with that. You know you'd walk around here with a... But I'm saying, you know you would walk around here with a lot of anger, a lot of hatred in your heart. Now, I'm not saying I have that, but I want to be able to work together with myself and Byron. How do we come up with something?
I mean, I think, as far as religious reasons, everybody, if they have...
But why is it that our religious reasons match up with your personal reasons? Eye for an eye.
You guys are reading out of the scriptures, so I'm not that religious.
I'm reading out of a book.
Right, okay.
This is a record book.
Okay.
This is a book that was written by a man that speaks the same things or similar things that this man, Byron, is speaking that I'm talking to.
Okay.
Do you believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ?
I believe no.
No? What do you have against Jesus Christ? Why? You found out he was black? What happened, Byron? You found out he was black, you said, I don't know about that. Let me show you the words of my black Jesus Christ. Revelation 13, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Byron's got ears. Let's read. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Did you guys lead into captivity, Byron?
You guys?
You guys.
No, not this guy. This established.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did your ancestors lead into captivity?
I mean, as far as my Indian ancestors?
Listen, you don't have Indian ancestors. You are what your father is, Byron. Did they lead into captivity?
I mean, I don't know his family history as far as nationality.
Would you have ever been in America, Byron, had not Europeans raped, robbed, and murdered? Because this is your ancestry. That's how you got over here, and that's how you became a part of it. Go ahead.
Just real quick, Byron. You don't get to make yourself an individual, right? Did the people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki drop bombs on Pearl Harbor? No, but did they have to get bombed? Because these are national crimes. These aren't individual crimes, right? So you're an American, right? That's what you said. These are the crimes of America. You don't get to detach yourself from America's crime just because you personally didn't do it. Because guess what? If a country wants to strike America right now, you could be walking down the street minding your business. You could have had you can actually be an opponent of whatever politician called whatever shot that is making this retaliation happen, but you're still going to pay because your nation is responsible. Go.
That's right. Not to mention, if you didn't take them into captivity, at what point in time were they let go from captivity? Because here's the thing, like you said, you wasn't the one that actually grabbed them and threw them there, but you're the one here now keeping them there. You are now the overseer, the taskmaster, and now the representative of the captivity that your ancestors created. When were they ever let out of captivity? Because I can agree with you, say, well, it wasn't me. Okay, cool. But if you still run the prison yard, if you're still operating and working in the prison yard or the prison system, when did you ever let these slaves go? Never. They're still here. So how do we rectify this? He that leads into captivity, read,
shall go into captivity.
Another concept of 549. And here's the thing, this is the reason why we point this out to you, because it's easy, and this is why we always point the blame on the current state and the current generation of the enslaver. Because it's easy for you to just have this conversation and then turn around and say, all right guys, I gotta go, and I'm out of here. You just got to go, get to go live and go on your merry-go white life. And we still have to, the people that you're talking to still have to deal with the residual effects of the enslavement of their ancestors. So you guys are going to have to answer for that. Thus saith the Lord, my God, and the God that's actually ruling over you as well, whether you like it or not. A tut to lure, Byron. 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 Go ahead.